The attitude of the banks regarding the inflation prevailing in the world, and with an increasingly higher inflation, the banking system may be forced to close down the system to try to save the economy. This shutdown will probably be in the very near future, and it is also a strong attempt at awakening for the population that must start reacting to what is happening in the world. Not everyone can and doesn't want to, but still getting an explanation for why things look the way they do in the world with more and more difficult events affecting such a large number of people in the world is important. This shutdown is necessary because it is a preparation for a new currency that will be the global currency of the world and will also be given to the population. It is time for the people to get back the funds they have been robbed of, and with this manifestation, welfare is set for the equal value of all countries. There are so many people who have asked our Lord for a fair distribution between all countries on earth, and it is something that He has listened to. In this way, the gaps between rich and poor countries are reduced and the conflicts become less and less as everyone has the same opportunities. It can be easier to endure this difficult time if you have received an explanation and have an understanding of this development. Everyone must be prepared for it to be a dark time that affects everyone in the population. It has never happened before in history with this transition from an old era to a new era, and which is also in a higher dimension. This is not a punishment from our Lord. It is an awakening for those people who are fast asleep and need to be shaken up to begin to see what is happening around them. It will be a difficult time with a lot of depression when people will be affected by less means to get by, but starting to prepare now by getting some goods home to get by for a while and preparing for water shortages if the electricity goes out. Is it a way to get by for a few days? This state of affairs will not last long, but it is good to be able to store bread and to have some funds in cash in various denominations for purchases when the banking system no longer works. Baking bread is something that most people can do, and giving to those who have nothing is a great act of love that will be tested during this time. Giving to others a little of what you have is of great importance during this time and shows the empathy and love people have learned after all. Large amounts of light are still being sent to the planet, and many people have feelings of this energy raising everyone in awareness. It is also an awakening for many people in the understanding of these events, and the best thing is to just go with the flow of what is happening in the world. The cooperation becomes extremely important for peace in the world, but also for the environment that will be a consequence of a conflict-free world. The peace in the world is what most people have been asking for since a very long time, and it is the most important means now towards getting peace in the world. Everyone is tired of wars that have been allowed to prevail throughout the centuries, but as now with the rise of people in consciousness, the realization of a fantastic world for everyone in the population has gained a foothold. For the sake of the children, cooperation for peace is a must, because it is their turn to own the world after the generation that came when they heard the call that the earth needed help. Some of these people will still continue their work on earth, primarily for peace. It was their most important mission on earth and also for peace in the universe. Their great knowledge from many lives in different civilizations in the universe has given them the greatest information and knowledge which many of the dark individuals have experienced in battles, as they have fought with the same methods that the dark ones have. Even some people who have a very high competence in technical professions will continue to work on Earth, because this important knowledge will give humanity an easier transition to a new reality. These people are chosen since the beginning of time. After this manifestation comes a new age and a new reality that exceeds everyone's expectations of Earth in the Golden Age. We are always with you and are by your side in this difficult time with light and love. The Galactic Federation of Light, many thanks.